If a politician goes from a negative net worth to a $30 million net worth in a short period of time, and the media says, don't ask any questions, who's actually being scammed? Let's get right to the video, guys.
What's up, guys? Benny. I'm an American. I love this country, and I want to make sure that it's as good and as strong as it can be. And if you have Somali fraudsters spending billions of dollars on Muslim terrorism, defrauding our systems, marrying their brothers, and getting rich off it, filthy rich off it, you got some problems in your country. That's a cancer. That's going to metastasize. It could kill the nation. And it's very easy to study this kind of stuff to see exactly how you bring down welfare states. You just shove too many people on welfare, it collapses the whole system. It's called Cloward-Piven. A bunch of communists figured this out, that they could bring about communism and the collapse of a capitalist state by swamping and overwhelming the welfare state in those capitalist states. They've done so in Europe. They already did it. They've already successfully run this op before, and they're trying to do it here in this country.
So I'm sorry to pause the video so early, guys, but just pay attention to how the facts are called hate once they threaten the money flow. It's like clockwork, guys. Clockwork. Let's keep going.
There's one man that stands between them accomplishing this. Of course, in order to not accomplish this, you have to deport as many criminal alien leechers and parasites as possible. You have to make sure that the fraud is stopped and prosecuted. You have to send warning signs that we're not going to do that here. This is President Trump's legendary Thanksgiving Day message to the great American citizens and patriots, where he went hard at the Somali fraudsters, and specifically Ilhan Omar, always wrapped in her swaddling hijab, who probably came into the U.S. illegally because you are not allowed to marry your brother, and does nothing but hatefully complain about our country and constitution, how badly she's treated, when her place of origin is a decadent, backward, crime-ridden nation that is essentially not even a country for lack of government, military, police, schools, and, well, Donald Trump saying here in this post that was seen by 82 million people, 500,000 likes, 95,000 reposts, very popular post here, that he wants to permanently ban all third world migration. Every American rised to their feet and cheered, much like I did, when I decided to do a little investigation, just some light searching here, about Ilhan Omar and her past with finances. You know, like, how did she go from being the poorest member of Congress to becoming one of the richest in just a few years? It's very strange. At the exact same time, we've uncovered enormous amounts of Somali fraud. We found that she's now worth $30 million. That's her own disclosure. That's not me guessing. That's what she says she's worth. So it's probably actually much more. She began her congressional career $65,000 in debt. A bunch of car loans and student loans and all this other stuff that all these libs have. Now she's worth so much money. So how does it happen exactly?
I don't know if you guys noticed, but with the amount of debt that I'm in, it's not nothing crazy. But if I was to have $30 million, in a few years, I'm pretty sure that somehow, some way, I would be investigated and I would be in jail. I don't know if it's just because she's a politician that she gets away. What do you guys think? I don't know if that's the case, but I'm almost 100% sure something would happen to me. I'm not trying to involve my race or anything to it. All I'm saying is I'm just a regular person, just like you are watching this video, just a regular person, right? If that was me, I'm almost 100% sure that the Minnesota fraud wouldn't have got as big as it got. You're talking about billions and billions of dollars over there. I actually think I'm about to go to Somalia, right, and talk about how much I hate them and see if I hate Somalia and see if they would actually let me run and get a position of power. That just shows you how corrupt it runs, like how deep the corruption runs. Like, how can you go to a place, wave the Somalian flag, and talk about hating that place? Because if you go to Somalia, you wave the flag of the U.S., you talking about we're gonna bring this country down, we're gonna send the money back to the U.S. Those people probably assassinate you like barbaric people. I mean, I don't know. I don't know because IQ so low there. Let's keep going, guys. I'm sorry to pause the video.
Well, Ilhan Omar, my guess, and my educated guess, is that Ilhan Omar benefits from the fraud. The fraud is hundreds of millions, billions of dollars. She just breaks off a little piece, right? This is what people do. This is what money managers do. They've just created a Wall Street firm for fraud in Minneapolis. Ilhan Omar passed the Meals Act, cutting oversight of taxpayer-funded meals. Then she exploited this loophole with all of her buddies in the Somali meals program They stole $500 million. And my guess is that Ilhan Omar got some pieces of it. I would love to have a federal investigation prove that, and now it turns out we're going to get a federal investigation.
Omar's net worth went up nearly $30 million. The question is how. Here's what we know. Omar's husband, a former political consultant, owns a venture capital firm based in Washington, D.C., and a winery in California. Take a look at these numbers. In 2023, Omar disclosed a maximum of $50,000 in assets at the winery. The next year, Dana, that number increased to $5 million. Meanwhile, her husband's company, Rose Lake Capital, reported a maximum of $1,000 in assets in 2023. The next year, it was $25 million. Despite that, Omar denied being a millionaire earlier this year, posting on X, quote, "I barely have thousands, let alone millions." House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer tells Fox News an investigation is underway, writing, quote, "The committee is working on addressing ethics concerns regarding Representative Omar and her spouse, and we hope to have an update soon." But Omar says she's being targeted.
Ever since I've gotten to Congress, they have been doing these sort of weird ethics investigations.
Could it be because you married your brother?
Haven't yielded anything because I have been as transparent as I can be.
Of course, others see it differently. Elon Musk says Omar committed fraud, while President Donald Trump posted on Truth Social, quote, "She should be in jail or even a worse punishment, sent back to Somalia." Omar authored the Meals Act in 2020, which loosened oversight on food programs during COVID. Federal prosecutors say one of those programs, Feeding Our Future, stole $250 million through fake meal sites. We did reach out to Omar as part of this story, but so far we have not heard back, Dana.
So pretty interesting here. We did our own investigation and found out that Ilhan Omar says that $5 million of her net worth comes from a fake, bankrupt, fraudulent wine company. I can say all of those things because they were literally sued for fraud. They had to settle out of court. It's not a real wine company. The wine is literally called The Devil's Lie. You can call the number, it doesn't work. So how's Ilhan Omar getting all that money? Well, anyway, we recorded a video on it. We were happy that President Trump actually shared our video on Truth Social. Thanks, Trump. Thanks, brah. Thanks, brah. Cool move, brah. You can't make stuff like this up. Plain as day evidence. Make arrests. Donald Trump sharing. Well, Ilhan Omar is now under investigation. We're pleased about that. She's not pleased about it. She's very angry about it. She needs to be expelled from Congress and deported. Third world pirates scammed our nation. Should not be rewarded for it. Let's go ahead and look here. Key details of the investigation. House Oversight Committee. 2024 financial disclosure showed dramatic jump in family wealth, raising questions. This is where the $30 million come from, her own reporting. Omar's wealth, she had a reported net worth of negative $65,000. Now she has a staggering $30 million, according to her own disclosures. That's probably low. The sources of wealth reports suggest the growth may be tied to her third husband's consulting business and ventures. Details remain totally unclear. Legal implications. Investigating sitting members of Congress' personal finances at the scale is unusual, politically charged. Omar's financial records are legally protected, meaning subpoenas and legal battles are likely to result if Republicans push for disclosure. GOP leaders are framing Omar's wealth surge as emblematic of corruption and hypocrisy, linking it to the fraud narratives. So prove us wrong, okay? Prove us wrong. Prove us wrong. Ilhan Omar is under investigation for her skyrocketing wealth as she berates reporters.
Do you guys think something's actually going to happen for the massive amount of fraud that these Somalians got away with in Minnesota? I genuinely want to know. Let me know down below in the comments, guys.
For questioning her about fraud. Yes. Oh, yeah. How dare you ask a question? How dare you? We saw this reporter from Lindell TV did a spectacular job here asking Ilhan Omar about this, and Ilhan Omar lost her mind. House federal probe to unravel mystery of squad rep Ilhan Omar skyrocketing wealth. It's not possible. It's not possible. Elon Musk doesn't have wealth that grows like this, right? Like Elon, like, do you realize it's like an increase? That's like a 1 billion% increase in your wealth from negative wealth to $30 million in a year. Yeah, she gets paid like $100,000 as a member of Congress. That's way too much. But anyway, it doesn't really cover it. That covers like the interest on your debt after you're done paying taxes. President Trump saying, send her back. $18 billion Minnesota fraud. Fake congresswoman, constant complainer of the USA. She should be in jail or even worse, sent back to Somalia. Make Somalia great again. There's never been one like Trump. There'll never be another one like Trump. Yeah. Will Kane showed how Ilhan Omar's husband went from being worth $51,000 more than $30 million. She claims to not be a millionaire. So I guess you have to ask the question, where did all those millions and millions of dollars go from the Somali fraud? Elon Musk. Speaking of Elon Musk, it's been happening for years. Ilhan Omar is an obvious example. A large number of relatively recently arrived Somalis will elect only Somalis to Congress in that Minnesota district, and then they can commit fraud because there'll be no oversight. This is how it works. Ilhan Omar has decided to call the U.S. GD states. Then she goes on to call Somalia her home.
The one place where we thought we would never experience this is the U.S. goddamn states.
Okay. Same lady that said that 9/11, just some people did something. Please investigate. Please. I mean, they are investigating, but please do something. Do something. Do something. HHS sources tell me that they have Ilhan Omar dead to rights, that she married her brother. I mean, listen, man, there's straight up, I mean, there's like straight up evidence of this. You can see Ilhan Omar did marry her brother, says that she would do it to keep him in America. There's DNA evidence from private investigators. It's time. It's time. The moment is now. The moment is now. They have to run and found out.
It's sad to me that I think we're getting to a time where corruption is called hate once you call it out. I don't know about you guys, but it seems like every time you talk politics with someone you don't know, how you feel about this in the news? I'm in the gym in the sauna and I'm seeing news come on the screen that they have in there, and people are afraid to open their mouths about what they really feel about this fraud going on in Somalia because they're too scared to step on the next person's foot. I don't know if you guys go through that, but I think corruption is winning once people are scared to call it out. And Trump is not that guy. Let me know what you guys think about this quick video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And as always, let me know what you act to. We're out.